This is my crowd. You like jazz? Although everyone I know loves the bee movie, the bee movie itself is not a real depiction of life inside a hive. There's really no such thing as an antenna ball polisher. Within the hive, there are 3 jobs: worker bees, queen bees, and drone bees. I'm sure you've seen in recent news talk about saving the bees. Although there's a lot of different factors that go into that, most recent studies have shown that the decline of bees is due to different environmental factors and possible new pesticides, according to National Geographic. To better able to advocate for the bees, you have to understand their life and their life within the colony. But their life within the colony includes just those 3 jobs. And it's not just, bees don't just make honey. They're huge pollinators and they help agriculture out a lot. A single bee colony can pollinate 300 million flowers a day. And 70 out of the 100 human food crops, which supplies about 90% of the world's nutrients, are pollinated by bees. So, bees have a huge role in agriculture. Any bee colony can range from around 20,000 to 80,000 bees in total, and there are both domesticated and non-domesticated bee colonies. So, let's start with the queen bee. Her role is to just lay eggs. She can lay up to 2,000 eggs a day. She is only female and she's longer and a bit wider than the rest of the bees. She'll sometimes attend a young, pretty much just larvae that she considers to be queen bee material. When her time is about up and she's about to die, she'll go into the larvae and find the next queen bee. When she does this, she'll start bathing it and feeding it in royal jelly. Royal jelly is a protein-rich excretion from the glands of worker bees. But even though they're from worker bees, the queen herself feeds the next queen bee. She'll bathe it and tend to it until it's ready in order to take on the full role of queen bee, and then the old queen bee will die. A lot of times she'll fly out of the hive, which she really does. She'll fly out of the hive and die by herself. That way the worker bees do not have to clean her brood chamber. The next, we have drone bees. And drone bees are all males. What they do is just mate with the queen. They don't do really any cleaning, collecting pollen, or nectar, or producing wax. All they do is mate with the queen. They are all male, and they make up a small percentage of both domesticated and non-domesticated hives. And the last and most important part, probably, is the worker bees. Worker bees do many jobs within and outside of the hive. They are all female. They just aren't reproductive females. They do things like tend to the young, clean, produce wax, collect pollen, go outside the hive to do all these things and stay within. They also are nurses and tend to all the young. Their job is very dangerous since they're constantly going outside of the hive. And like I said, they make up 98% of all the bees in total, and they're all females. Within the hive itself is very clean, and this is due to their part in cleaning. After a bee dies, and if it dies in the hive, they'll spend days just cleaning that one cell to make sure life within the hive is very clean, according to Beekeeper magazine. So, now that you know the buzz about honeybees, you'll better able to advocate for them and understand their life and how they work. So, I hope you enjoyed this speech. Here are my sources. And here is my crowd.